Lars Anderson is happy that the experts were wrong. In a hurricane season that NOAA, the National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration, predicted to have 6 to 9 hurricanes, this season has had hardly any activity. The only named storm that has even made landfall in the United States was Tropical Storm Andrea, which made landfall in Florida and worked its way up the Atlantic coast. Anderson is the owner of Adventure Outpost in High Springs. His business rents out canoes, kayaks, tubes, and gives guided tours through north central Florida's springs. When hurricanes hit, sometimes the springs can be damaged or flooded, hurting his customer base. But now, Anderson says the lack of hurricanes, as well as the steady rainfall Florida's had over the summer, brings with it desirable water levels, which is good for business.
Yeah, we had a pretty wet summer in general. I mean, not the tropical stuff, but we had a nice wet summer that got the water levels up. So we're at a very nice level right now, yeah.
Although Anderson is happy, weather experts across the nation are puzzled. The question, where did all the hurricanes go? Many different explanations have arisen, but University of Florida meteorologist Jeff Huffman explains perhaps the biggest reason for the disparity lies all the way in Africa.
Storms have formed, but they have not been in environments immediately after development that have fostered strengthening. They've either been too close to land or actually too far out in the Atlantic that too many influences have affected them. And the two things that have really cut down on the activity this year is dry air off of Africa, which is nothing unusual, but storms have developed at inopportune times when that dry air was coming off of Africa, and then wind shear, especially closer to the land areas here in the North Americas. The wind shear has been a little unusually high.
The National Climatic Data Center is the official U.S. database for storms across the country, with records dating back to 1950. According to the NCDC, the last time a major hurricane, quantified as a Category 3 or above, did not strike the United States was in 1994, almost 20 years ago. University of Florida extreme weather professor Corrine Matchis says the dry conditions are hindering the storm's potential for strengthening.
There's been a lot of dry air over the main development region of the Atlantic this year, and so tropical cyclones need a lot of moisture in the environment in order to grow and actually intensify. When you have dry air, what happens is the clouds that are trying to form end up evaporating. And so if you don't have a nice, tall, moist column, you're not going to get a very strong tropical cyclone.
Hurricane season ends on November 30th, so a hurricane may strike yet. Just last year, Hurricane Sandy devastated the Northeast in late October, and Florida residents may remember Hurricane Wilma, which made landfall as a Category 3 in mid-October 2005. However, Huffman says, based on the data, he doesn't foresee any hurricanes in the near future.
At times where we were getting waves coming off of Africa, the conditions were not favorable. Now that we're not getting any waves, conditions are more favorable for something to develop. We just don't have anything coming our way right now.
For Huffman, Matchis, and the rest of the meteorology field, they'll continue to closely monitor storm activity. And for Lars Anderson, he'll enjoy this surprisingly quiet season and hope it stays that way. For WUFT News, I'm Shane Chernoff.